Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name's Mandy. I do content on planning, especially right now being the beginning of the year, mom life, lifestyle, all that good stuff. And I just want to thank you so much for joining me and for coming to this channel. I hope that you have a good time and get something out of it, because that's my goal here, is to help anybody else that needs help with things that I need help with or that I've needed help with. So today we are going to talk about it's not how to set up a planner necessarily, but what you need to know in order to set up a planner. And this could be any planner. Right now I'm specifically using the Happy Planner and thinking of that in mind, but this could be any planner. Okay, so I have my notes here just in case you get a glimpse of me looking down at them. I just want to make sure I don't ramble for you and that I get my point across. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I think that you really should do is make a list of everything that you track. So for example, if you track appointments and events for your family, put that on the list. If you track your fitness and nutrition, put that on the list. If you track how often, and it doesn't have to be like habit tracker style. I just mean anything that you want to have in a planner, anything you want to schedule or anything that you just want to get done, whatever it is, go ahead and list that out. I'm pretty sure my list was at least a whole page long, but listing out those things, not even worrying about it. If some of those things are things that you end up not tracking, don't worry about it. You can cross it off the list and later and not even worry about it. But just list as many things that you may do, and want to start tracking. Okay, tip number 2 is create categories now. So I like to just make my list on the left side of a paper or on one paper if you have a long list, and then on the right side of the paper or a completely different paper, because you probably don't want to be going on the back of the paper and flipping it the whole time, but on the right side of the paper or another sheet of paper, make a list of categories. So basically when I'm talking about how I track my food, my nutrition, my weight, how I'm feeling that day, if I have any symptoms or pain, or if I'm just feeling strong, all that stuff, I'm going to make a category for wellness. That's particularly my choice to do that, but you might have fitness and wellness separately. You will figure that out as you make this long list of the things that you want to track and then categorize them. So I have a category for budget, I have a category for wellness, I have a category for faith, home. I kind of try to combine my home and family, but depending on how many things you track within each category, you'll end up figuring that out, and just making sure that your categories are not just, you may not want to make a whole category if you only track one thing within it, unless that one thing is really big, pretty long, like a long process for it. And if you want it, you might want that as a category. Okay, if you're into the Happy Planner, this will help you figure out how many planners you may need. Now, I don't know if you've heard me talk about this before, but I really don't want, I didn't want to just buy a whole bunch of planners. So what I did was I figured out how many categories I had, how many planners I may need, and figured out if there could be an extension pack that I could buy with a planner, or figured out if it's a planner, if it's planner worthy, like whole planner worthy, then how can I get one that's on sale? So definitely make sure that your categories are limited enough to where you may want to be able to get, maybe you need 7 planners because you have 7 categories, but you don't want to buy 7 planners. I get that. So you might even end up combining some undated planners. So be open to the idea that making these categories, you are not going to have to buy a planner for each one of them. You may want to buy a couple planners, but you should not have to buy a planner for each one of them. There's some ways around that by getting extension packs, accessory packs, or even undated planners. Now, this is another very important step that I don't think a lot of people would think about, but I want you to write your daily routine. So I want you to write what you do when you get up in the morning, not necessarily what you want to do. You could do that, but just first of all, write your daily routine, figure out your daily routine, and then as you figure out your daily routine, you're going to kind of see when you can take care of the categories that you made in your routine. So if you're going to do all your planner stuff in the morning, that's awesome, and that's going to be part of your planner routine. But if you're like me, where I have to visit my planner multiple times a day, and I'm going to spend the money and spend the time putting together a home planner because I have some home goals, I need to make sure that I put some time towards those home goals, and my planner is going to keep me accountable for that. So make sure that as you are making your routine, don't plug in like planner time yet, but make your routine, and then maybe again on the right side or a second sheet of paper, you can kind of see where your category or your planners can fit in throughout the day. The next tip for me is shop for planners. Spend time doing that. Set aside some time doing it. Don't just buy the first one that you see. There are a ton out there. This can get overwhelming, so if you need any help, comment below and I can answer any questions. I honestly spent almost a whole day, and now this might be over the top, but this is how I process and think through things. This is how I know for sure I want to spend that money on something. I take this seriously because this is my life. I'm ultimately putting my planner and journaling my life in my planner and keeping things organized, keeping myself accountable, keeping things going for myself. It's a mental thing as well. It's mental wellness for me. It keeps me active. So I definitely wanted to get the right things. Now, if you feel overwhelmed at this point that I'm telling you to spend a whole day doing this, don't do that, okay? Don't overwhelm yourself. If something's working for you, skip this step. But if you are completely new or completely don't be the person that just buys a whole bunch of stuff and then not uses it either. I want you to really figure out when you shop, maybe hit the sale, filter by the sale button, filter by the cheapest that you can get first. Maybe pick one planner that you like. Don't go off of the dashboards, like the monthly dashboard cardboard pages like I did when I first started. Yes, they are cute and you will bring that into your decision making, but what I want you to do is choose some different websites. So for me, my process was I went to the Happy Planner because Happy Planner has everything. Then I put everything that I thought was nice, helpful in my cart. And this is what I do when I do a lot of online shopping. Some people might say this is not the right way to go, but this is what I do. And if you immediately feel like this is not right for you, then don't do it. But if you're like, oh, wow, I never thought of that and that could be helpful, then good. That's what I'm hoping. And then I go through my cart as I have gone through things that I think I need or want. I go through my cart and I get anything out of my cart that I don't need, that I really just don't need, or that I have doubles of. If I have doubles of a dashboard planner, do I really need 2 dashboard planners? And then look at each one and choose between them. Narrow it down. This one doesn't have, that's when you might bring in the choice of, this one doesn't have the beautiful dashboards like I think I want, and so on. One of them's on sale and I really like it and I'm okay with that. Then you take the other one out, whatever it is. And then I want you to open up a Michael's or a Joann's app or website, or a craft store near you that sells Happy Planners, and then check their sales. See if they have a sale on anything, because I don't want you to put together a planner for like 7 categories and get 7 different planners and spend, gosh, how much is that? That would be hundreds of dollars. So don't do that. But figure out the categories you need, and you might even, like I said, start with 1 planner and an undated planner or some extension packs, and then you will see what you need to do. So if you have 7 categories and you start with 1 planner, maybe you can get an undated planner. Use that undated planner for your other categories, and I'm talking an undated planner on sale too. Use that undated planner for your other categories if you plan on doing a planner for each month. A lot of people put their planner together for 1 month. So they have their planners over here, they pull everything out for the month, they put it in there, they do their monthly planning, and then at the end of the month, they pull all of that out and then pull out new blank papers for the month. So if that's something that you can save some money on and figure out your planning style, that is something that I would suggest. If you need something a little bit extra than just an undated planner, maybe you want to try some different styles out, try to look into extension or accessory packs for the other types of planners, since there's, quite a few different styles. And if you're wondering what styles are, that's just like if it's vertical, horizontal, dashboard. The fitness ones are kind of specialized, and the faith ones are kind of specialized, but can completely be used different ways. So it's very customizable. Okay, once you get your planner things, I want you to go back to that list that you made with your categories and what you keep track of, and I want you to go through all of the different planners that you bought or all of the different packages that you bought, and I want you to use sticky notes to call them something. If this is your family planner and you have a sticky note that says family and it says events and it says your cleaning schedule, your meal plan, that's what you want to keep track of within your family planner. I want you to put a big sticky note on there, and I want you to take the first month out and put it to the side, because now you have a category for your home and you have it set aside and it's got a space in your planner now. And then you go to either the next piece of the undated month or whatever it is, the next planner you got or the next extension pack you got, and you do the same thing for if you have a fitness or if you have homeschool, whatever your other categories are, do the same thing for that and build your planner. Putting your planner now in order. Do you want to put your planner in order for your day? Do you want to put your planner in order for months? Do you want to put your planner in order because the colors are pretty? Decide how you want to put your planner in order. It doesn't have to be in order for your day, but what you may want to do is have a little checklist in the beginning of which sections you want to check when you want to check them throughout the day. So having that routine that I had you make a few minutes ago, that routine is going to help you. And then maybe it might guide you to put your planner in order the way that you want to. So mine's not necessarily in order for my day, but it is in order for, it's kind of in order for my day, and I do a lot of check-ins throughout my day as well. So my wellness is a big check-in for me throughout the day, so that is in the front of my planner. I have a routines section as well. I don't have a whole planner for it. Actually, I kind of do, because it's also like my catch-all and to-do, but you may want that. You may eventually get there and see that you need that or not. But I do have a planner for my routines. It's also my catch-all. I have to-do lists, half sheets, lots of stuff sitting right there. It's kind of where I go throughout the whole day, because I have to visit that in order to see where's my next check-in for the day. So my planner's not necessarily in order for the day. It takes into account my daily schedule, but it also just is in order for, sometimes it's in order for importance too. Not that work is not important, but my family, since I'm a work-at-home mom and my schedule's pretty flexible, my family and my home planners before my work, if that makes any sense. So I hope that that the routine page will help you decide on that, and you're probably going to make changes too, and that's okay. Okay, you guys, so to summarize what I said, tip number 1 is write everything down that you want to keep track of, that you already keep track of. Maybe you want to start keeping track of stuff. Write it all in a list. Tip number 2, categorize. Assign those things to categories, because eventually those categories might be one of your planners. You might combine some of them. That's okay too if that came up. Tip number 3, write your routine down. Figure out your daily schedule. And as I was doing this, I was thinking to myself, when I actually went to work, how would that fit into my routine? And I actually plugged in my planner into my my lunchtime and some of my breaks, so I can hold myself accountable. Again, this is like my daily journal. It's keeping my life together. So having that routine is very helpful, and it might be a page you want to keep in your planner with you as well. Number 4, shopping for your planner. So then you know what to do for shopping for your planner. You might even already have some planner materials or a planner or a few. So this tip would be to get out your planner stuff, start, get a sticky note, start assigning things, putting it together, and then finally putting it on your discs if you want to choose like which planner you want them all to be in. And then put your planner in order. And again, you're gonna make changes. I've already made some changes since putting my planner together, and that's the beauty of it, is being able to put in order for our life, to make our life a lot more easier and more simple. And that's what I'm hoping that this video did for you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Let me know what you guys do. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I'm Chavez_chapters, and I would love to see how you guys put your planner in order. And if this helped you, please give this video a like, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you guys for the next one.